Hello and welcome once again to CL Monster. Today we're going to go over one of our biggest questions, and that is how to consistently sell on Craigslist and move product quickly. So with that being said, in this tutorial, what we're going to go over is some basic and a little bit more advanced techniques for selling items on Craigslist. We'll be covering where to get these items from, creating epic ad titles and ad body, what type of imagery you should be including in your ad, and also how to be pulled up for keyword searches within Craigslist. And then also we're going to discuss category saturation. And what that means is simply that you're going to place multiple ads in multiple categories depending on what product you're selling. Today we're going to cover just new products and where to get them from. So with that being said, we're going to dive right in. First step, you need to figure out what products are actually going to sell on Craigslist. And this is something that all the people that we train do. We don't see it very often anywhere else. It's just something that we prefer to do to basically prove validity of need for the particular product that you're selling. With that being said, you can get products from Amazon and flip them. You can get them from Walmart clearance sections and flip them. You can get them from eBay and flip them over. But one of our favorites here at CL Monster is from a site called AliExpress. And that is spelt AliExpress. And they sell everything from shoes to kids' toys to beauty products, clothing, you name it. The nice thing about AliExpress is the pricing. You can get products at very, very low costs, and then that way when you turn around and sell them, your margin's there to make a decent profit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over a demo product, should I say, to show you kind of what we do, how it's done, and why we can turn products quickly every single day. So the first thing you need to do is you do your market research. So what I would do is I would actually go to Craigslist itself. Let's say we're doing this in Phoenix. And what you need to do to get validity of the product is simply place a test listing. No, you will not have the product on hand yet, but that test listing, if you're going to get phone calls, text messages, things along those lines of people wanting to purchase your product, that's proving validity. So when somebody calls on this test listing, you don't want to make them mad. Just let them know, hey, you know what? I don't have the product. I'll have it within 20, 30 days, whatever the case may be. And then once it comes in, I can give you a call. More than likely, they're going to be like, no, it's okay. But we just proved validity for the need of the product. So what you're going to want to do then is after you got the validity down, you're going to take the product down and actually order it. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you a sample of a product that we pulled from AliExpress, and we just ran a test on it to see what the validity was. So we're going to go right in here, and we're going to look right here. So this is a product that we got from AliExpress. As you can see, it's a child's handheld game. Has 168 classic games on it. It's color, so on and so forth. If you look at our ad title and our ad body, we didn't spruce it up at all, which we'll go into that a little bit further. We're going to want to spruce up the ad body and title later on. But what we did is we did this so we could prove validity even though we weren't writing, epic ad titles or great ad body. And to be honest with you, when we put this up, we ended up getting 5 phone calls in the first day just for the test product. So with that being said, let's go over to AliExpress and find this particular product. So now we're on AliExpress. I'm just going to search for the title of the product. So we click search. Please note that we have this product listed for $40. That's going to give us $15 of haggle and playroom because you always want to double your money on everything you sell on Craigslist, period. So with that being said, if we go over here to AliExpress, we take a look at this product. It's going for $15.99, and we posted it for $40, and we got 5 or 6 phone calls. I don't remember what it was, but this is still up, but it's pushed down the rankings now just because we haven't renewed it or anything along those lines. So with that being said, now you have your validity on your product. You have the product that you're going to want to sell. What you want to do is go ahead and place your order, how many ever you want. AliExpress, like I said, very, very inexpensive. All of it, pretty much 99.999% of it comes from overseas. So it does take a little bit longer to get actually to you, usually about 20 to 30 days. So keep that in mind when you're wanting to sell. Do your product validation on several products at once, and then order them in. So then that way you can keep the money flowing, keeping the sales going while you're ordering more and more products. You never want to run out of inventory. You want to be posting and selling every single day to make a successful Craigslist business selling products. So with that being said, what we've done now is we've gotten the validity of the product by running a test run or a test posting. We have found a product that we actually want to sell because it's proven itself on the market or on Craigslist. We have found where to purchase it from, which this one is AliExpress. Like I said, you can do this for Amazon, eBay. You can go into stores that have clearance racks. Doesn't matter. As long as you can get it and you can prove validity in the market, then get it. People are impatient. A lot of people don't want to order. They don't want to go to Amazon. They don't even know about AliExpress. They don't want to wait 20 or 30 days, things like that. And that's why people go to Craigslist. So with that being said, we've gone through and we've posted our ad. What we're going to do now is we're going to go over some basics as far as ad title and ad body goes, to increase conversion rates, calls, texts, and in the long run, sales. So when we get into ad titles, you want to make sure they're descriptive, and then you want to have a little sizzle to it. When I say sizzle, I mean you want to bait them in so they'll click on the ad to get more information. For example, I rewrote this ad title here, and what's going to get them to go in here is colored handheld gaming, only $40. That only mark right there, we have seen click rates go through the roof and calls and texts just by adding in the title when selling products and items only, and then this amount. And then as we go into the ad body, if we're going to look at it, we're pitching it. This is an awesome handheld gaming unit for classic game lovers. 168 classic game, full color. These are the things people look at. And then here's a very important part. We can set the price to anything we want, essentially. What we do is we're not one to say what the value of something is. Just because we bought it at this rate doesn't mean we can't mark it up to this rate, or this isn't the manufactured suggested resale cost price. So if you look at it, we put on here $80 gaming unit, get it for half, $40. That's going to entice them even more. And then here's another one. Call now, your number, first come, first serve. That puts a sense of time and panic into the person, or the buyer, should I say, because they're like, oh, first come, first serve, I better jump on it before somebody else does. So that's why we take that route as well. And then something else that most people do not do when selling on Craigslist. A little bit further down your ad, you want to put some keywords in there. And the reason being is when somebody goes to Craigslist and they search for something, you want to be pulled up for those particular keywords. So we do it just like this. We'll put keywords and we'll list out, 10, 15 keywords. And then that way, what happens is when somebody goes to Craigslist and they type in video games. And that was one of our keywords. You're going to end up pulling up in this section. And then, like I said, you want to target multiple keywords, so anytime anybody's searching, you're pulling up. And if we take a look at it, people don't do it. You see that? 9 times out of 10, people do not put the keywords in the body at all. So that's a little bit more, I would say, advanced but easy technique that we use when posting ads. Now, on to imagery. Of course, to run your validity test or your test ad to see if somebody's actually going to purchase that product on Craigslist, you just want to use the photos off the manufacturer's website or the stock photos that they have until you get the product. This is another key factor in converting people into actual purchasing a particular product. So when you get the product, you want to take real pictures of your own holding the game unit or the necklace or whatever it is. I don't care what it is. Take real pictures, take it from multiple angles, and take good pictures. And then post up, 5, 6, 7 pictures of the particular item. Again, like I said, people want to know that you have this in hand. It's that sense of urgency, like I need it right now. So that is going to help you with your conversion rates also. Now, one last thing we're going to go into very briefly because this is where advanced techniques and things like that come into play. When posting to Craigslist, if possible, depending on the product you're selling, let's just go to Phoenix Craigslist. On the product you're selling, you want to post in multiple categories. So with that being said, with a gaming unit, I could put it in video gaming. I could put it in the TV section, even though it's not a TV. People still see it. Electronics, I'd put it in computers as well, and in toys and games. One thing you need to realize is that you can only post in one category per account. So if you're wanting to post in multiple categories without getting flagged and your ads deleted, you need to set up multiple accounts. Depending on what product you're targeting, set up 4 or 5 accounts. Of course, they all take different phone numbers. And then make sure that you're only posting in that specific category from that specific account. So if I had 2 accounts, I would use one for toys and games, and I would use another for video gaming. And then I would post the same product. I would change up the ad title and the ad body, and then post, 3 ads per account per day in that for sale section. So with that being said, you can get a little bit more advanced training on this in our academy at clmonster.com. If you go into our academy here, we just started up on this, but we have some really, really good guides on here. This one, for example, selling on Craigslist, the ultimate guide to selling virtually anything on Craigslist. This is, a 4,000 plus word guide and tutorial that walks you through exactly what to do to be successful selling products on Craigslist. It breaks it down to you in layman's terms. It helps you increase your sales. It gives you some of the more advanced tips and tricks, like